Tommy Tucker's tooth is the only laughlets available, and that is heartbreaking because I find this to be quite terrifying and very unnerving in a very fun way, and I would love to see the rest of the laughlets because I think it's educational, it's informative. For today's audience, at least, it's highly entertaining because it's quite bizarre, and I kind of really hope that they uncover the rest of them because I really want to see them. This is a lot of fun. This is from Walt Disney under the Laugh-O-Gram Studio brand, and it's quite long. It's about 10 minutes in length, live action, and it's basically telling us that we need to look after our teeth, otherwise bad things will happen. And it's basically being told as a narrative about two boys one of whom looked after his teeth, and he grew up to be very healthy, and he got a good job because his good teeth made it look like he kept pride in his appearance, and that could mean that he would keep pride in his work. He would be hired and have a very successful, flourishing career and life as an adult. The other boy didn't brush his teeth. He got a hole in his teeth. The camera would show us what a set of teeth would look like if one of the teeth had a cavity in it. Very, very eerie bit of animation, and the pain that would cause. And then if you grow up and you haven't looked after your teeth, you're not going to get hired. I apologise if you can hear my neighbours banging there. They have been doing construction work on the adjoining wall for the last 4 weeks. Not once did they have the courtesy of putting a note through my door to let me know they were actually going to be doing this. But that is irrelevant. Thankfully, I can turn to Tommy Tucker's tooth and amuse myself to take away the anguish of humanity. Basically, the other boy, if he doesn't look after his teeth, he will not get a job when he is older because he will look ill-presented, he will look like he doesn't take pride in himself or in his appearance, and obviously you will suffer a lot of pain as well. And it's a pretty blatant message. Some of the scenes in it are quite creepy. There's a scene where one of the boys is just like kind of smiling at the camera, and because of how kind of low quality the recording is, it just looks really sinister. But actually, as an educational short, it's quite effective, I think. If this was shown to children at school, it would make perfect sense. And in all of my years of watching educational videos at school, I don't recall any that focused on what would happen from a social aspect if you didn't clean your teeth. Yes, they focused on pain and, the unsightly gap in your mouth or black tooth or whatever. But none of them ever said that if you didn't clean your teeth and you lost your teeth, you wouldn't get hired because you look unpresentable. It's actually kind of a horrible way of thinking about things and judging people based on their appearance, but let's face it, that it's factual. If you turned up with just gums and no teeth and looked like you were not taking care of yourself, you're less likely to get the job. So I think it was actually a really interesting decision to put that in there. It's good fun. It's cheesy, it's a bit creepy, but it's also educational, and I just hope they find that the rest of the laughlets, because if the rest are anything like this, I think we would be in for a real treat.